Self.
Comrades, it will be brief. There is one thing that I think is very interesting in the figures that the chairman read out at the start of this debate. There was 13 in favour and 14 speakers against this motion. I think that really does reflect the sentiment in the room at the moment, that this really is a very divisive topic. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that the 21cc report, it has absolutely no transparency whatsoever in how it's going to be implemented. Labour Youth, for example, had to fight to get representation on the implementation body, and even that was given reluctantly. I think that everyone should very critically examine the criteria laid down for candidate selection, because in fact there are none other than what the executive board and the national organiser and the selection board decide. It's very cloak and dagger stuff. There is very little to actually open up and say, if you want to be a candidate, you have to fulfil certain things, or you have to fulfil certain criteria. There's absolutely none of that. It's very subjective, and it's all down to the whims of whoever will be sitting on the board at the moment. The second point I want to point out about the 21 Century Commission report. Now, do not get me wrong. I'm all in favour of reform of the parties. God knows it's needed. But there is too much introspective given to candidate selection, and not enough how to recruit and how to regulate membership. So that there isn't any corruption of membership lists, as has been seen with delegations of branch stuff within the party. Unless this is fixed, and it isn't addressed by the report, we are still going to have the same problems as before, and the selection board will not eliminate any of these. It will simply be another hoop for candidates to jump through. And now the last thing I want to say is that this report isn't Eamon Gilmore personified. It's not a case of we vote against this, we vote against Eamon Gilmore as our leader. The two twin aims of having internal party reform for a more democratic structure and to have a Labour-like government are not mutually exclusive. We all know that Ireland is in the middle of an economic quagmire. Now, I want to say something. Ireland's difficulty is
Brian,
Labour's...
could you conclude, please?
Just one more second. Ireland's difficulty is Labour's opportunity. And I think everyone in this room is united behind the common goal of having a Labour-like government and Eamon Gilmore for Taoiseach. Because God knows I had to drive all the way back up to Dublin to get those bloody signs. But I do want to point out one thing. If we are to have more democratic structures in this party and to have more streamlined reforms, it is not through the 21st Century Commission report. It will have to be through more open dialogue between members and any party officials. I would really hope that everyone here will see that today and vote against this motion. Thank you.